Hello folks. In my previous videos, I explained how to install Angular, Node.js, and also in my previous video explained what are these files and which file we normally modify, and I given the basic understanding of Angular, the template. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, I highly recommend please go and watch the installation and hello Angular video, as well as the basic the understanding of how the structure and templates looks in Angular. In this video, I'm going to explain how we can create a new component and how we can use the component and how we can add the some HTML tags and build and deploy. Okay, let's get started. So you already know that all the components go under the app modules app folder. You see there is a component called app component, and this app routing and app modules are global component, and I would say this as a local component. So all local components put together and create a website. And let's say this local components has just one header, and we see here as app components. Okay, let's see how we can create a new component and how we can associate both components together to show as simple websites. Okay, let's get started. So to create a component, we are not going to create manually. Angular given some commands that we can use it. It will create for us. It creates a template and install the package we needed. For that, let's go to, let me add one more terminal. And if you don't know how to use this tool, please go back and watch my video. I explain how we can install this tool and how we can import the files. Okay, let me go to and add new terminal. Okay, so right now I have two terminal. One is the whole application running and just compiling. The next terminal, I just want to create the application, I mean component. Let me stop this for a minute. And when you stop this one, you cannot the this is site is cannot be reachable because we stopped service. Now let me go this one and type, just to make sure whether I'm in the right directory. Yeah, I'm in the right directory where the files are available. Okay, to create a new component, so you need to use ng generate component. So look at that. You don't have any file, any directory, any components apart from apart from the default one. Once you given this command, it will generate the new component and add under the app. Okay, it's very simple. Let me give the app component name footer. So you can either you can say ng generate component, the component name, or it will, if you don't specify the component name, it asks what is the component name. I'm just saying that okay, the component name is header. Okay, my header. This is user defined name, so you can give any name. Let me enter. So look at that, it just create a component for me. As I explained earlier, when you any component you create, it will have four files: CSS, HTML, spec, and TS, the TypeScript main file. Okay, so now let's see how we can use this component. Let me open HTML. You see a simple my header works. But when I go and let me also start the application, let ng serve, very simple. So it's building and running the application up. Okay, now you see application is up and running, and this URL, it's a 4200 port number. Let me go here, do a little refresh, and you got the app component message, right? But I create a new component and it has my header component HTML. So how can I include this in the main component? I don't see this the paragraph tag in my website. Why? because you create a new component. Whenever you create a new component, you need to place them in the HTML, index.html. You go here, look at that. So you see the app root, which is comes from the default component. So if you want to add your component, you created your own component. So how do I, what I have to add? I cannot just add the my component, my header dot component HTML here. That won't work. So to understand how do I get that, so that's why you need to use TypeScript file. That's a that controls everything. So let me, when I expand it, here's the structure, or the file name always looks the name of your the name you given dot component dot ts or spec html, it always same. Let me open this my header dot component dot ts. Okay, so this is a default, it created by your Angular, and as you know, this is not something I created, this is the template given by Angular. Okay, so now I need the tag which I need to include for my own my header component I created. So you have to check the selector. So selector indicates what is your component name you have to include. You can change it later, but you can just simply copy that. This is your header. Go back to index.html. Just include. It's very simple. Just include. Okay, so now this is the default component you added. This is your component you created. Now just save that. Let's go and see. Still you don't see it because it's a paragraph. Let's see what's going. You see paragraph here. Let's go back, and I have, this is app root. Let me double check what is missing. So we have app header, the selector name, and component you see here. App header, app module dot header, and app module dot html. Okay, let me go and put that in the header. So you need to, this place actually the place where you need to put your all the tags. Let me just do one thing. Go to app component html, right? Let me put here. Let me see. Now it works. Okay, so the reason is we were trying to use the app header into index.html. So index.html always recognize the app component. It did not do not recognize the other component. So what you have to do is you need to always include this in the html, and you can just add your selector, go to the app component and add here. So whenever you create new components, you need to add everything under this app component. For example, let me explain. Like you have a header component, you have footer component, you have what else? You have the content components. So you need to arrange here, then it will display. Okay, so now you got this one. Let's go back to my component I created, my header. Let's say I create a div, small div, and I can add style. Now if you don't know how to use the html, because Angular also use html, and if you don't know how to use html, please go back and watch my previous videos. I explain and added many videos about how to use html, div, image, adding image, creating navbar, and all other things. Let me just give you the height of 200 pixel, width of 200 pixel, and background color um, brown. Let me save that, go back. See, you got the whatever you added. So if you want to just remove, if you want to exclude from the page your component, you simply just need to go here, go to the app component and just remove this one. That's it. You get nothing because you have not included. So the app component will recognize your component. Okay, now you understand how to create a new component, how to add the new component in the app component. Okay, so next, let me see. Let me add. What else I can add? Let me add. Hello, I'm from. This is header. This is header component. Okay, let's create a simple header. That makes sense. Let me add. Okay. Okay, so let me give the width of 100%. Okay, let's see how header works, and let me move the header up. So go back here, this, all this. Let me save that. You get the header. So let me decrease the size. Probably I can make 60 pixel. So now I get the header background, and let me add for example, let me add anchor, and let's say home. Let me add few more. File, edit, view. Good. Let me save the file. You get that, right? So you see the data is coming here. Yeah, it's again, you need to, so if you want to understand how to create the nav bar, you can go and watch my previous video. I explain how to create the nice the view, nice nav bar. Let me open that file. It's very simple. Let me open the nav bar. Nav bar, where's nav bar? Let's say this one. Look at that. Open, let me open this in the here. Okay, I open. Just let me copy this and go to your component and just paste here. That's it, very simple. Go here. So you get the nav, menu bar and image. Why the image is not showing? Because might be the URL. So here you're going to refer your image you want to upload, and Angular do not support accessing from your user. Just say this one, do refresh. I can say this one. Okay, so let me add the directory. Okay, so if you type /, it says with what directory you want to access, and let me add the whole directory. So this is the whole directory. I have the files. Let me save that. It says some error. What's the error? Okay, so the problem is it cannot access from your local directory. You need to copy the direct file into the place in under assets. So assets basically will have the image and all the asset you're gonna use for my Angular. Okay, let's discuss that in next video, how you can add the image in the assets and how you can refer that. Because in HTML you can directly access from your local directory, whereas in Angular you need to copy that direct files under your local folder, I mean the Angular folder, then you have to refer here. Let me save here. Okay, it looks like my old program, there's a problem. Let me do refresh again. Let me do, okay. Now let me delete the file. Where is the image? Okay, so now the image, I don't have the image here. I need to add the image. Once I added the image, it will start working. So I just deleted the image. It looks so. So how do we add image? In next video we will see how do we add all the assets. Any files you're going to refer in Angular, you need to add them under the asset section so it can refer from the Angular code. Look at it, looks nice, it looks works. In previous video, in previous video I just talked about how we can create the components, and my next video I will say how we can create many multiple components, how we can add everything in a one page, how we can use components. Okay, thank you all for watching. We will see in next video. If you like this video, please subscribe and like my channel. Thank you.